Yeah, I just want to weigh in on this Papu and Remy Ma turmoil. I want to start off by saying I understand how Pap took the high road, didn't want to expose a lot of things, especially since I'm a guy who been through a lot of cheating with females cheating on me. And I took everything that they could throw at me. I was a bad dad, all kind of stuff. And let them keep the spotlight that they had because if it's between me and you as a man, I don't have to drag you out of your character when you already drug yourself out of your character. And every woman, well, let me correct myself. Just because a person's up in age, that doesn't make you a woman or a lady. Because a lady ain't gonna go out here if another dude get up in their face and disrespect their boyfriend, their fiance, or their husband. Now, like I said, as a male who went through this, I respect Pap by trying to keep things out of the limelight. But at the same time, when you're in the industry, the company that you keep, since everything is for clickbait now, likes and you know all kind of other junk, people are messy. Now, Easy the Block Captain said that Rem was done messing with Pap. That wasn't his job to speak on that because that's Inga's husband. That's Remy's husband. So, as a side dude, Easy to Block should have swallowed that pill and kept that because the worst thing you can do in the history of manhood, if you a dude and you know you smashing somebody's wife, to try to belittle that man, period. Like I said, I'm a dude, a father who had a lot of women cheat on him, and then the dudes, they get reckless like you're a punk, you scared of them or whatever. Oh yeah, I was smashing her and such and I bet you she ain't, none of that matters. If you got the woman, if you the guy on the side and you got the woman, why put that up in that man's face by talking junk? Then the man crept up on you. So it goes to show you that you're not untouchable. That man crept up on you through security. You said yourself, Easy to Block Captain. He had a mask on and security let him through. Now think about this, Easy to Block Captain. And then I'm gonna get back to Inga. You said so you was getting messages, text messages, with somebody telling you that she lined you up. My thing is, how was you getting those messages so quick after Pap you allegedly snubbed you? So the person that's texting you these messages, you don't think they could have lined you up? It just had to be Inga. Now back to Inga. As a woman that did all these years, this dude held you down. Come on. It's bad enough in black America when dealing with corporate America when a woman be put up on a pedestal from most women nowadays would say, oh, oh, this dude wasn't this and this and this and this. That man, not only did that man hold you down, but he held the family down. Then when you got out, it was money on the table for y'all collectively as a family. Y'all was pushing black love, black unity, black pride, all this. And not once did this man step out of character and where the money was on the table, did he say, well, I'm going to just do this for my career, you do this for yours. That man really stood up and tried to be a stand up dude for you. Now, giving the benefit of the doubt to you, Inga, Remy, if he was stepping out on you in y'all marriage while you was locked up, think about it. 7, 8 years is a long time for somebody to try to be faithful. I get it. I understand that. But at the end of the day, if it was never put in your face and no one ever spoke about it, how could you believe it's true? Or vice versa. Pap. So this is my thing. Women need to stop playing games. Because think about this. Back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, women couldn't get out of a marriage no matter what that man did to them. They had to stay in that marriage. That was the way the country was. And my thing is so many females of color going out here saying they want a good dude, and then they get the good dude, and they still doing dirty and foul mess behind this dude's back, and then pillow talking. Y'all, y'all telling the side dude everything that this dude's supposed to be doing, coming up with lies. Oh, he ain't a good baby daddy. He's abusive, this and that. And my thing is, why is it when the relationship don't work out, y'all don't want the dude? He move on with his life, get somebody else. Cause I've been in this situation a lot with baby mamas. Y'all go out and cheat. You don't want me, and I fall back, get myself back together. Oh, y'all want to drag me through the court system for child, all kind of crazy mess. Oh, I did this and that. Of course, the court system gonna side with y'all because y'all a woman, not knowing that y'all are just as roguish and doggish and snakish as a man could be. And I get it. Suckers are born every day, and some of us good dudes go out here and be suckers for women that don't even deserve it, and then a woman that deserves the love, time, and attention, and the gifts we overlook. For females like y'all who come up in our face and lie to us, just like men go in females' face and lie to them. So let's keep it real, keep it G, keep it gangster, and I'm gonna make a clear fact that ladies of color, especially, they can enslave us the way that we was back in the day. But what they did was found a new form of slavery. Let's get the black man out of the household. We'll give y'all $236 a month. Come on to DSS. We'll give you food stamps. This and that. But then all these women talking about they want a good dude. Look at all these men before me, like my dad, uncles, or whoever had to go through all kind of hell dealing with women and their friends and their family members who don't know the situations, the story. Everybody putting negative input and views into the stories. And y'all women of color gotta stop letting society run y'all households. Cause think about this. They made it so a man of color couldn't be at home with his seeds trying to take care of them. Because they offered a so-called free penny to this woman and she fell for it. And now the children running loose, out here gang banging, on drugs, selling drugs, doing any and everything they want to at your house. Not my house, but your house. And then get in the public eye, you talking to any and everybody down about this man that's doing nothing but trying to do right, not be out here selling drugs. And then the man go out and get a decent, a piece of a job first, then a mediocre job, and then a decent or good job. Y'all have this man snatched off his job and lose his job. Because then the system steps in. Oh, I told you, girl, we got him. If he don't give you what you want or what we want, because child support ain't nothing but a Ponzi scheme. The United States federal government spoke about this. That is unfair for anyone to have to pay for their child because y'all ladies get all this money and so-called free help and this and that, and it's taking a man that's a good man and taking and turning him bad because he can never. And I can honestly say this for myself, speaking from what I've been through for 30 some years. A man that's been paying child support for grown children. That man can never be paid up. You tell me my oldest daughter is 36 years old and I've never had paid off of her account, but then as soon as you start backtracking and digging and asking for stuff, oh, now they ain't got nothing to say. You question information, oh, they won't send it to you. So y'all need to quit falling for this bogus stuff that's going on out here. But back to Remy and Pap. Like I said, I commend this brother for holding this lady down. It was opportunities on the table before she even got locked up. And this is my thing. Just because a person had owed you a couple dollars, couple thousand, whatever, you shot, your first intent was to shoot this woman with a 45. Come on. As a mother, how are you thinking? You wasn't thinking about your child when you did this. You wasn't thinking about Pap when you did this. All you was thinking was, hey, I'm from the BK. I'm gangster. I'm hood. So, and Ingle, you 46, 45? Come on, how was you thinking, man? Remy, you wasn't thinking at all. You wasn't looking at the money you was messing up for yourself and for your family. You was only thinking about you. When you got with Easy the Block Captain, allegedly, which he spoke on it, but I'm still going to say allegedly. When you got with Easy the Block Captain and this other person, you try to take the attention off of what you was doing by posting something when Pap fell asleep from his phone. Come on. Now, in the eyes of America, guys, listen, just my opinion. If you know that you're done with your other half, don't keep it a secret to the other half. Be straightforward with this person and tell them, look, it's not going to work out. You know what you did. I can't live with that. We can sit down, come to a medium, try to figure this parenting thing out where our children don't be affected. That's where I come back to myself because I went through so much with females where I try to protect the kids and keep them out of stuff. Even when the children found out the truth about a lot of stuff, me as a male, I told them, I don't care how y'all feel about me. At the end of the day, I want y'all to fix y'all relationship between y'all siblings. Because women, when y'all out here doing this, just like dudes, when you out here starting new relationships and having sex partners and buddies and this and that, and not closing and bridging these gaps, the children suffer. And Pap tried to keep y'all child out of this garbage, Remy. And as a mother, it's a mother's job to be nurturing, loving, kind, considerate, respectful, and be not just a woman, but also a lady. Now, when you out here and letting your business that happens in the bedroom get in the street, think about this. You in the public eye. You say you're a woman. I love your music. I love pop music too. I love Joe music. But when you claiming to be a woman and you let bedroom stories get out and it can affect your children as a male, I would never allow bedroom stories to get out if I was still in the public eye like that. I wouldn't let bedroom stories get out. That's where honesty, truth, loyalty, and respect come in at. You can have all the money in the world. The Bible says you can have all the money in the world, but what is it to have the whole world and you still lose your soul? And as a woman, that's nasty because your children got to swallow what you didn't swallow. Now let that sink in for a minute. Go ahead. I'm waiting. And Pap, you told a lot of brothers some stuff. You can hold some stuff down, and we all get to a boiling point as guys because the world's so focused on what the guy's supposed to be doing to the women. The world never focused on what the women have always did to the men since they took black men out of the households. So I commend you for that. And I'm glad you took the high road. When you went high, she went low. She tried to expose you for all kind of stuff, and still trying to expose you, trying to expose Carissa. That's nasty. That's low down. That's dirty. I'm in the same situation right now, pal. I got a baby mama dragging me through court for no reason, but says that I never done anything for our child. But the whole time she wanted to leave the country, run with this man, this man, this man, this man. And my child is about to turn 18 years old. I met him when he was 7. My mom, rest in peace, and my sisters, rest in peace, and my nephews, them met him when he was 3. So by the time he turned 7 years old, people kept, this woman had a choice and a chance to have me in this little boy's life. Now he's 17, about to turn 18. She just trying to make me out to be such a bad person. So, Pap, I get it. You don't have to struggle or have your wife and keep and people need to really realize this is your wife. It's bad enough she disrespected you, and then the side dude want to try to disrespect you too, and she ain't saying nothing positive about you while saying negative stuff to this dude about you. If you was that bad the whole time she was locked down, she never let out a report that you was beating her or physically assaulting her or whatever, allegedly. Because me myself, I don't believe it. As a person, where a woman get caught, the first thing they do is claim, oh, they 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 holler, I was abused. I was this and that. My baby mama had the nerve to tell me the reason why she started messing with my brother was because after she had a baby, I wasn't paying no attention to her. That's what started the relationship. Come on now. And then before my brother had died, my brother told me he was messing with her for years behind my back. See, you always have to pay attention to the people that saying they care about you and love you. Because some people have ulterior motives. And I know I shouldn't have put that out there. And as far as what happened with me, my ex-wife did the same thing. Mess with my brother, my cousin, my best friend, people, my co-workers, uh, a couple celebrities that's well known. I told the story before how I ended up fighting a few celebrities behind a woman I put a ring on and on paper with. She was the one cheating, and then she turned around and tell everyone it was me doing something to her on my wedding day. She slept with 4 different people on our wedding day. How's that being a mother? How's that being loyal? And she was older than me, 3 years older than me. And then years down the line, she said, I had to do what I had to do. But I was a minor when you was messing with me. I was a minor. She was grown in college, messing with a minor. that supported her, had her back. A minor. And you're a grown ass woman. So y'all ladies need to stop doing good dudes wrong. Just like dudes need to stop chasing every. Let me say this. Just because she got a pretty face doesn't mean she got a pretty heart. You can have a pretty face all day long. You can have the best body on the face of this earth that God can give you and money can buy. But if you have a nasty attitude and a nasty disposition, that means you're an ugly person. Look into my eyes. Yes, I said it. You can have the prettiest face on the face of this earth, the best body God can give you, and the best body money can buy. If you have a nasty disposition about yourself when it comes to men, especially when it comes to men that's been holding you down and doing good by you, putting up with y'all crap just like y'all say y'all put up with ours, because they say you always have to be careful what you ask for, and then when you get what you ask for, you always think it's something, the grass is greener on the other side until you get over there. And then why is it when y'all women get on the other side and do all this hurtful or damaging stuff to a man, things didn't work out with this dude over here, y'all want to come sliding back. And then when he trying to continuously piece and put his life back together, oh, then now you want to take and turn the kids against him. That's trifling. Because if I, the type of dude, I turn around and ask God for a woman like you, and He give me the woman that I asked for, damn, treating you like a queen, I'm gonna treat you like a wife. Cause everything that glitter and shines ain't gold, baby. It's not gold. Women got a whole lot of choices. Women run this world. And yes, James Brown said it's a man's world. But at the end of the day, it's a woman's world. And why? Because y'all are the creatures that God put here for men to make us happy, to make us cry, to make us laugh, to make us smile, and to recreate and reproduce. A lot of y'all women don't get it because y'all worse than, I ain't gonna even say his name, but y'all are allowing fake news and social media to mess up the household and video games, to mess up what could be loving and caring households. And then people wonder why a black dude will take and run to a white woman. And that's another thing that disgusts me when a black woman say, "Oh well, why is he with this white girl? What ain't no black women out here?" Yeah, there's plenty of good black women out here, but where are they? They're on social media. They always in somebody else's business. There's one thing I can say about my white females, and I have a lot of white friends and a lot of white females in my family. They tend to mind their business. Now, you might have one or two white people that don't mind their business, but 99.99.5% of them, they mind their daggone business. People of color, we don't mind our business. Because everything that's going on supposed to be our business when that's not the way God made this world. And another thing with people of color, and it's mostly 99.99.5% of the women of color, they always minding somebody else's business and giving the wrong information. Always telling somebody to leave somebody. Why would you tell somebody to leave somebody? Just because you don't have somebody or your relationship not working out. Now, this is my thing. And I'm gonna keep putting myself in the situation. My mother told me a lot of times before she died, every situation I was in, every relationship I was in, it had to be my fault that it didn't work out. So, mama, and this was my thing with my mom. So, mom, so you constantly believe all these different females to the fact that, to the point and to the fact that if everything was my fault, I'm the one cheating. You know your son. If I'm cheating, mama, you know the first thing, any female I'm messing with, mama, you know the first thing I do is bring them home to you. My mom couldn't say nothing. But years later, before she passed, she was like, son, you right. But the women was quick to say, oh, like one baby mama, I'm beating on her. And put in a court document and said I was beating her for 5.5 years. So if I was beating you for 5.5 years, why when my brother say what he said on that day that I ended up getting arrested for assault on a female, I didn't even touch you. You did something to me. And then you come up in court, you all purple and blue, and the police is like, hold on now. When I arrested this man, this woman ain't have no marks, nothing. So I get how women can be. You wanted me gone so you can continuously do what you was doing. Because my brother ended up telling the truth. I hated my brother for a long time before I had to look at one thing. At the end of the day, you my baby mama. Every time you cheated on me, I took you back for the kids. And that's the worst thing a person can do. Stick and stay with somebody for the kids. Because at the end of the day, the children, every day that goes by, the children get older. They see and hear things for themselves. I wasn't thinking that way. Because I was so wrapped up into what I didn't have and what I was thought I had right now versus what God was trying to give to me the whole time, which was a way out, away from a bad situation, negativity, a bunch of heartache and pain. He spared me from catching any diseases. See, women and men don't think when they're going out here throwing their shit on the table that you can't crap out. When you crap out, it's too many diseases out here you can end up with. And then you steady lying, oh, I ain't doing this. I had an ex-girlfriend of mine telling me she wasn't doing something. And she kept trying to get me in the bed with her. And I kept saying no. She started calling me, well, you know what I'm saying? I had to stick and stand on my business. And then the truth comes out. She ended up having a STD that she got to take medicine for the rest of her life. Thank God I stuck and stayed till I thought with this head instead of something else. And that wasn't the only time a female tried to get me like that. And then I kept sticking and staying till no, nah. Cause it ain't with me. I don't give a daggone how much top and bottom you got, what your mouth do, and all of that. I could care less. Cause with me, it ain't about the sex. It's about give me some of this, but 9 times out of 10, I want this, your heart. The same way I give it, I want to be able to receive it. If I'm giving you my heart, I'm being honest with you. I'm being upfront with you. If in the before we even start a relationship, if I tell you what I want and you know you ain't with it, don't come to me telling me you with it. And the more the words on my homeboy and big bro Kuraski, man, you's a sucker. That's like mumble rap to me. Cause you don't have to lie. Because if I'm not coming to you with an ulterior motive, if I'm telling you I want a family, you should, and you don't want that, hey, push that 3. Because I'm not the 2, and I'm definitely can't be your 1, so push the 3, keep it moving. But just because you see I got a little dollars floating, I'm a little bit balling this and that. You in it for the short term and don't even know what the long term is. And this is my thing too. Like I said, I was in a lot of relationships where people cheated, infidelities. And like I said, I've always kept my mouth quiet until I didn't have to keep my mouth quiet anymore, right? Just a little example. And Pap, if this video reaches you and you can hear it, and Remy, if you can hear it, just think about this. When you're a person that always keep your mouth quiet and you're the one that's being abused and the abuser is constantly doing any and everything to make you look bad, why is it when a person start coming up and getting back on track and trying to live right, get themselves right with Jah, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, the end, Almighty, the Heavenly Father, Allah, Buddha, Zen, and I can keep continuously keep going on. Why is it when a person getting their life together, y'all want a person to put their life on hold for you, the accuser, and then you take and dangle the kids like a piece of forbidden fruit. If that man don't do what you want him to do, oh, look, I'll snatch him. I'll see you in court. Like I said, my son will be 18 years old. My baby will be 18 years old next year. He graduated in May. That's what my baby mama doing, dangling them, and got me going through the system. Says I've never done nothing for him. I didn't meet my son till he was 7. So for 7 years, you kept him away from me. And in the last 10 years, when you wanted to leave the country and this and that, you was bringing our son to VA, take him to your dad's house. You knew I was in VA, 30 minutes away from your dad or less, like a Domino's pizza, you wouldn't even tell me. So when we meet him, me, my wife, and my daughter met him together. He was 7, walking, talking, all over the place, just looking like he was looking in the mirror at me. He's the light skinned version of me. From 7 until 11, he was in our life. Every summer we had him, all kind of stuff. I never stopped the money. He was going to, during COVID, he was in our household with us, going to school, everything. I never stopped the money. When I could have been like, hey, I'm going to stop this money. So it was never about the money. I was trying to do, I was trying to make up for lost time. But at that time, I didn't realize you was just dangling him in front of me to get what you want. Just like right now. It's been years since I last seen. I talked to my in the last 3 to 4 years. I talked to my son twice. I was calling him and texting him for a lot of years. He'll tell his mama I wasn't calling him and texting him. So I showed her the messages where I screenshot where I called him or what I texted him. You know, this woman still had the nerve to say I wasn't calling and texting our son. Now, it might be me. Now, I'm a person with integrity, a lot of integrity, because Reuben Taylor raised me. I had Reverend Leroy Bunton, rest in peace, Dad. I love my dad, but my mom and my dad split up and separated when I was little. So my step pops raised me. He just turned 87 years old yesterday. I get the positive side of being a man from my stepdad as well as my real dad. My real dad, me and him fixed our relationship right after my mom died almost 11 years ago. And within 11 years, I lost my whole entire immediate family, my mom, my dad, and all my siblings. So it's just me left. So, which brings me back to the point that we need positivity in our house and in our life. And it starts with you. the black women of the home. Stop putting your kids off on everybody. Raise your kids. Because if you ain't want kids, what they call it, Plan Bs. I'm against abortion or destroying a life because everything has a right to live, especially when it's living and breathing air. A child, my baby mama told our child she was gonna kill him. If you was gonna kill him and you didn't want him, when you found out, when you on that day you went to have an abortion, that was the day you found out that you didn't want him and you couldn't have abortion because you was one day over the limit of being able to have an abortion. You could have contacted me then and said, look, I don't want this child. I don't want nothing to do with him. Here, do you want him? Or you could have put him up for adoption and never told me. So you using our child against me. A child you never wanted and you tried to kill. So Remy, this is why I keep coming back to you. Don't let your side dude who's turning on you now. Your side dude is turning on you. He's telling all y'all business. Now he's coming up off. He was already coming up off of you because he was getting gifts and your body. Now you're nobody to him, Rim, which makes you look stupid as a woman, as a mother. If anybody want to be the WHORE, y'all know what that spells. That's how he look at you. Or scrumpet, old people terms. And then Pap still having to fight because this man disrespecting you. You ain't even catching that part. Which goes back to me. When all these dudes was messed, and I mean a lot of different baby mama drama I had in my life. Every dude that got these women, I had to end up fighting them. It wasn't the fact that y'all was screwing these women. It's the fact that y'all disrespecting me by talking about what you doing with these women and not looking at how the kids was going to feel. And I had a lot of fights until I decided, well, if that's what she want to do, because I can't tell her who she couldn't have the kids around. I tried that, like don't have my kids around them, this and that, because that they knew that's a way to hurt you too. Oh well, he said don't have the kids around them. I'm gonna have the kids around them anyway. He don't got nothing to say. The court system even tell you you don't got nothing to say. But then the court system will also say if the mother feel like you can't have her child around this girl, the court system side with them on that too. So Rim, this man sitting here and trying to take the higher road, why you can't just say, okay, Pap, look, I messed up. Is there any way we could try to parent our child and find another route to keep our child out of all of this that I started, but together collectively recreated this problem? Because when Pap stepped out and came out with Clarissa as a real black woman that care about somebody started protecting Pap, which I get because after 30 some years of hell and this and that, I'm in a great space. My wife is my protector. When I never had a woman protect me outside of my mama, my wife protects me and our daughter protects me. Remy got to swallow her pride as a female and as a mother of color and say, Pap, this is what we need to do or try to attempt, forget that going to counseling. Because telling somebody else what problems, your problems, only add to the problems. That's where a lot of y'all black women on Facebook, TikTok, and all these other platforms that monitor what you say and monitor what you do, but get paid off of you when you up here twerking, showing your boobs, showing yourself doing sexual things, essay as they call it. Y'all don't pay attention. This world is designed to bring the person of color down. It always has been. But when are you gonna say now it's the time to bring that black man that's down and help lift them up? Because if you was made from man six rib and God made you for us, y'all talk about the hell and pain y'all had to go through bearing children for us. But what about what we had to go through before you even had a child and gave you our rib? We gave you our rib before we gave you our heart. We gave you our rib before we gave you our heart and our mind. So Remy, you need to sit down with Pap, not not with Easy the Block Captain, because you ain't married to him. Pap, you need to sit down with Inga, with Remy, because you ain't married to Clarissa. And y'all need to come to a common ground, a cordial agreement, and protect that baby. Now all my children grown except for one now, and even though he don't talk to me, I'm still trying to find a way to protect him because there's a lot of things he don't. He's never really interacted with my family unless it was for personal gain because that was his mama's intentions. This woman had the nerve to tell me a couple of weeks ago, and my dad been dead going on 3 years. Oh, but when your dad died, he said he was gonna leave something for Derek. And I looked at my phone like, really? But you lost your mom, your sister, and your dad after I lost my mom. Derek was at your family's funerals and stuff, and you never said, look, let me put whatever I got going on with the daddy aside. And, and you know my mama and my sister had Derry at their house in Atlanta. Tried to tried to deal with their nephew and their grandson. And I lost my dad, my sister, my brother, and my other brother. And not one time. And my baby mama. And you was always speaking about Elijah, which you had no right to speak about my son and what I went through with that custody battle because you didn't know nothing. And you was trying to use any and every situation you could to try to hurt me and take the attention off of what you was doing to me too. So that makes you no better than the state. But then you never thought, as a man who been going through the system and drugged by the system for 36 years, I wouldn't learn something. Constantly going to jail, paying child support and having my checks hit before I see the money, having my tax money taken for years, having everything taken, and then the system keeping me down to the point where I couldn't get a good lawyer because every lawyer they gave me worked for the state. Oh, take this house arrest, this and that, and I'm taking house arrest. I'm in the house with the kids. They say you learn from your mistakes, and after if you don't learn something going through something for 36 years and you don't learn from your mistakes, then there's something mentally wrong with you. It means you're earning. You have no learning capabilities. You're mentally challenged. and you should go through that. But my thing is, women like you who think just because you got a pretty face, light skin, funny eyes, and this and that every man on the face of this earth owes you something, they don't. Because when females like that do the stuff that you do, they had daddy issues. That means they daddy was doing something to them. And you know, I got receipts, woman, on a lot of stuff. And you should be hoping and praying I don't present my evidence when we go to court in January. Because you playing with the system. What you can play with the system all you want to. But there's one thing you cannot continuously do to me is play with me. I got video. I got audio. And I got text messages for years on all kind of stuff. As a man, is, is all of this stuff I got fair game? Is it fair game? For me to turn around and put the shoe on the other foot. I had major surgery. You you let the system say I owe $8,000 for our son. And then I got years and years and years of tax records showing how when they raised my child support, I never complained. They raised it 10 times higher than what I was paying. I never complained. I never complained. I paid it happy. Then as soon as I see get that what you call them about 8 grand, what they was trying to say, I haven't made payments since 2021. I'm supposed to keep quiet. Really? Really? You tripping? You bugging? I got all kinds of receipts. There's a lot of stuff that I could tell in court that the judge and everybody else that be in that courtroom would look at you and like, and you still bothering this man after all this stuff he went through and done for you? And remember, you told my wife you never dated me. So why you never told me you didn't date me? Because if you never dated me, you sure enough wouldn't have had no kid by me. Because I'm the type of dude, I don't care what you dangle in front of me. It's up to me if I let you have my body. And you can ask any one of my baby mamas them this. It's women right now. Some of the baddest chicks you can ever see on the face of this earth being trying to play upside down naked twister with me. Nah, I don't swing that way. I don't play that way. Because just because you want it and you thinking with the wrong head and the wrong mindset, you get stuff that you can't get rid of. Like women like you. And dudes like Easy the Block Captain, Remy. So, Carissa, keep bigging up Pap. We need more women like you to stand up for your dude and don't allow the ex who's about to be the next one to affect your relationship with the man you care about and love. And I like what you said. You would spend it on him because I know Pap is the type of person that would spend it on you. Because look at all that money he was spending on her while she was locked up for them 6, 7, 8 years. He paid for lawyers, made sure she had commissary. That man kept money on her books. He ain't have to do none of that. He kept it down. He kept it really down. He ain't hold her down. He kept it down. Everything that he was doing, he kept down, so nobody else couldn't say that he was doing some foul mess. Any negativity, he kept down. That's how I'm gonna end this. Carissa, keep taking care of that brother. We in the black society and black culture need more females like you. So I could tell your mother, your grandmother taught you something. When the rest of these females of color, and I'm not gonna say all of them because we do have some black females out here that are good and stand by dudes when they standing by them. There's dudes out here taking care of kids that's not theirs, but have been taking care of for kids their whole life. I'm in that category too, as they say. But at the end of the day, I love my styles, all my kids, whether they're my blood or not. I love them all. So Carissa, thank you, young lady. Like I said, and I'm gonna say this again. We need more females like you who's gonna take and stand by this dude. When society already got him tagged and bagged as a bad person because he's a man of color. And if nobody else don't speak up for you, Pap, the shy one might be, also known as Michael Bunton, Senior Will. You're a good dude. Inga, you're a good mom. I can't take that away from you because I'm not totally there with you. But where you're a bad mom at, you putting stuff on social media that should have stayed at the crib. Just like he tried to keep his mouth quiet too. So you can't defame him and put stuff out there without him defaming you and with little bits and pieces and snippets. So y'all have a good day. That's just my thoughts on the Remy and Pap situation. Have a good day. God love you. So does the shy one might be. And this has been a public service announcement that I approve from B Solo Productions.